All right, folks, welcome to Ninoscorner.tv. I'm with Joshua Reid, 𝗬𝗏𝗋𝗄𝗃. Man, lots of topics hitting the mainstream right now. Janine Pirro is now been the Senate now confirmed her. The Durham Annex. Nadia, how do you say Nadia Marcinko?
Maxinko.
Marcinko.
Yep, that's
Okay.
right.
All these stories breaking. These are just some of the names we're going to be talking about, folks. Get your Noble Gold first, though. Get your Noble Gold. Here's the hard truth: every 6 years, your dollar loses half its buying power. That 100,000 in savings today. It can feel like 50,000 by 2031 if we make it to 2031. But there's a way to protect and preserve your money, and that's gold. Noble Gold Investments makes it easy to own gold or silver. No pressure, no call centers, just honest one-on-one support. Open a qualified account today and get a free 10-ounce silver American flag bar, folks. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Noblegoldinvestments.com. Get started on it now. Colin Plume, sorry, not Plume, is a personal friend, stand-up dude, and he's helped me out a lot. Josh, thanks for joining me, man.
Nino, lots of stuff happening, brother.
Let's just kick it off, shall we?
Sure, let's do it.
So you said, well, let's first start with this Nadia Marcinko. Let's start it off with this. Now, you said her name is floating around a lot right now in Washington, D.C. She's an airline. She was an aircraft pilot. Give me the scoop, bro. What's going on with this?
Yeah, so Nadia Marcinko, or also known as 𝗦𝗃𝗃𝗁𝗃, which is her real name. So multiple witnesses have testified in the past that Marcinko was the one who brought them to the United States by Epstein as a teenager. She was brought to the United States approximately around 14, 15 years of age. Purchased from her family in Slovakia. Virginia Giuffre, if everybody remembers her, who passed away suddenly just a few weeks ago. We all know kind of what happened there. Described Marcinko as having been abused by Epstein for years, starting when she was underage. She was allegedly groomed by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, becoming part of the inner circle in the 2000s. Multiple accusers stated that Marcinko participated in sexual encounters with underage girls, allegedly instructing new victims on how to please Epstein. What we know is she was sex slave turned lieutenant. She was present during many of Epstein's
she made her way up the ranks.
She did.
Lieutenant?
She was private during many of Epstein's she was present during many of Epstein's private encounters with underage girls, named in the flight logs alongside high-profile passengers, including politicians, royals, and business people. Close to Ghislaine Maxwell, who allegedly managed much of the recruitment and grooming process. Named in the 2008 secret non-prosecution agreement, the MPA, that prosecuted several of Epstein's associates from future prosecution. So, by the way, she has immunity from that MPA.
Really?
Okay. Testified under oath in depositions, but invoked the Fifth Amendment over 40 times, refusing to answer questions on sexual activities. So she's a victim that becomes accomplice. But here's the problem. The last time that she testified was 2024. She has since disappeared and nobody's seen her.
Okay, so she's in hiding. Do you think she's in like a witness protection, or do you think she's just found a way out of this and she's in another country just blending in right now? I mean,
well, with Virginia Giuffre obviously not around anymore, we can speculate that either she is not around anymore in the same way.
She's been deleted?
She's possibly been deleted, or the rumor that I'm hearing is that she's in witness protection.
Based on what? Like just going around in the Patriot circles, like that could be.
No, this is DC circles.
Okay. So
this is high level circles that this is going around in.
Wow. So, all right. So now with Maxine coming out, giving the 100 names, is that what it was? 100 names that she is a. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ghislaine came out and gave the FBI 100 different names. Larry Summers obviously on this name list. Now, she is also, as we found out 2 days ago, is being transferred from a maximum security prison in Florida to a minimal security prison in Texas. But records are actually showing this weekend that she's no longer in the Bureau of Prisons. So it's kind of interesting.
Interesting. Did you check that out yourself?
Yes, we did. And then on the other side of it is that we know that she's trying to go for a full pardon. I don't think she's going to get a pardon. I think what she's going to get is immunity from prosecution, which means that she can testify under oath without repercussions. And I think that what we're about to see, and this is my thoughts on Epstein and why Trump is playing this game. So everybody's wondering why is Trump hiding the Epstein files? Number one is he doesn't want people to get hurt. Number two, compromising material is better utilized in the hands of Donald Trump than it is in the hands of the enemy. And if you look at all the deals he's negotiated over the course of the last few weeks, it makes a lot more sense that he is using that to pressure these countries.
So do you think that he's, everything that's going, I've always said these are narrative wars that are happening right now. Do you think that this narrative war with the Epstein is kind of is Trump's trick play? It's going to work out for Trump as a trick play, correct? Like a quarterback sneak type thing.
So everybody in the world believes that Jeffrey Epstein is dead, that he unalived himself back in 2020. And that's it, or 2018, sorry. And everybody thinks that that's it with Epstein.
Nobody thinks that. They've been being told that. I mean, obviously you saw damn
official narrative.
Yeah, right? Yeah. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 come out. They looked like they were like just disgruntled and so mad about what they had to say. It was disturbing to them. You could see it in their faces.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is that Donald Trump has gave certain hints that the current intel held by the DOJ on Epstein, number one, is that all compromising third parties has been deleted and removed and destroyed. And we're seeing this with other stuff as well. And I'll get into that here in a little while with the Durham stuff. But then, on the other hand, he's also stating that there's compromising material of himself in there, of which they've redacted his name from certain things. Now, my thoughts are that this is implanted evidence by the Democrats as an insurance policy against Donald Trump, but he's going to have the ultimate last laugh. And I believe that because Steve Bannon left the first Trump administration in 2017, and it wasn't pretty when Steve Bannon left. There's rumors of they got into a fight, yelling match, and Bannon left. Well, where have we heard that before? Elon, we've heard that with multiple other people in Trump. And what we find out is that it was nothing more than a movie, a scripted action that you were watching.
I believe that.
Because they were playing a second role. So where did Steve Bannon go immediately after the Trump administration? He went and spent a year with Jeffrey Epstein in New York City with a videographer, and they videotaped over 16 hours of content.
Steve has the goods.
Well, so think about it. They're doing a documentary called The Monsters, which never released. It never came out ever. He spent 12 months with Epstein. What happens immediately after Bannon leaves Epstein's circle? Epstein gets arrested. Just a few months later is when he unalived himself.
It's enough time to get the documentary.
That's right. So my thoughts are that either A, Epstein gave everything to Bannon, insurance policy, testified on camera, or it was giving all of them the information and then setting up a deal. Then the New York City prisons was about moving Epstein in the witness protection program. And they moved him that night and then blamed it on an unalived.
Right.
That's my thoughts.
I agree with you on this. That's what I think happened. 100%. Yep.
So what we'll see over the course of the next few months when this does come out is that they're going to show through the DOD that, hey, look, some of the evidence was missing or something like this. It was just not there. Because if you watched John Brennan the other night talking about how all this evidence that 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 just found on the Durham Annex was made up, the reason he's saying that is because the deep state destroyed the evidence.
Correct.
So I want people to understand
the Southern District of New York, correct? The FBI lost all the evidence. Is that what you're talking about?
Right. And then this evidence for the Durham Annex.
But look what they're putting out here on Rolling Stone. MAGA's new Russiagate evidence was they're doubling down. They're tripling down on this. Was made up. Made up by the Kremlin? Are you kidding me? They're digging themselves even a deeper hole, Josh.
So this is the most beautiful thing in the world, because 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 comes out and says, hey, we found this room at the FBI building. We go into it. It's a closet. It's a closet. It's locked. We go in there and there's these bags of classified information. Nino, what you are witnessing right here is we have it all. In other words, when the Biden administration came in, they burned and destroyed all these documents, including the classified annex of Durham. They destroyed all the third-party evidence of Epstein. And then this is why Brennan and all them, and you're seeing things like this come up, is because they know that that evidence has been destroyed. So now they're sitting there going, how do they have this? 𝗬𝗂𝗧𝗂𝗁 didn't find this in a burn bag. We had it all
the time, the whole time.
The whole time we've had it all, which means that when you start talking about the Epstein evidence, we have it all. There's nothing you can hide. Tarmac meeting, you got emails. Trump just put out a Delta referring to this specifically the other day. They have it all. And people are like, well, how do they have it all? Well, think about it. NSA collection. It's inadmissible in court when you're capturing data through the NSA, but everything is stored within digital file structures.
And this is why Flynn is so important as well.
That's right. And so when you have the NSA under your control, you can go out there and you can take all of this data offline without anybody knowing, and then you can go out there and store it. So what were they looking at Mar-a-Lago? They were trying to find out what Trump actually had. The key to understand is that Trump had it all. Everything from Anthony Weiner's laptop emails, all the way up to the server from Ukraine, which we'll talk about here in a little while.
And the nuclear football. And the nuclear football.
Yep. So when we start to look at the Epstein stuff, I think what's going to happen is the Democrats think they're sitting pretty, that that they're not going to get thrown under the bus with this. They destroyed all the Epstein evidence. And what you're going to find out is, oh, we found another burn bag.
Yeah.
And inside this burn bag, oh my God, all the Epstein documents are coming out. And then the Democrats are going to be like, it's Kremlin compromise.
Right.
And then what they're going to do is they're going to bring out Nadia. They're going to bring out Ghislaine. And then they're going to bring out
all
Jeffrey
in the
Epstein.
Dugout getting ready to go up to bat.
They're going to bring out Jeffrey Epstein. And they're like, nope, that's the real evidence.
And who said that? Megyn Kelly.
Yep. So what we're about to see is the great reveal. But you have to bring people to the precipice. Now, there is something going on the left, Nino. That's pretty crazy. When we get to Nino's Corner, I'll talk about it a little bit more. But it's interesting, and I believe it's a psychological warfare campaign to help people and bring them to the precipice.
Let's talk about it. Let's get to Ninoscorner.tv. I'll see you over there, folks. We're going to dive real deep into this. No holds barred. All right, Josh, I'll see you at Ninoscorner.tv, my man. Where do people find you?
Redpills.tv, REDPILLS.tv, and you can find all of our Rumble and other channel links throughout there.
Got it. All right, see you, folks.